Here we have a stitched cotton buff wheel. It's got a 5/8 inch hole in there, so it could be put in a die grinder. This one's got stitching all the way around it to hold all the plies together. This is another wheel that's got some flannel and cotton mix, and it's not stitched. It's got each individual layer there. I'm also going to be applying a compound of some sort. This is some of the compounds that we use. This one here, the browner one, is called Tripoli, and it's got the more aggressive grit. Basically, it's like an animal fat that's been poured into a mold and mixed with some sort of an oxide or some sort of a grit. So it's like sandpaper mixed right into it. Different colors represent just how fine that sandpaper is. This blue stick that I like to use is real fine, equivalent to a real fine jeweler's rouge. And also different compounds have a different melting point. Not that you need to know all that, but basically as you get buffing, you create some heat, and it's the heat at the surface of the wheel that allows those animal fats to melt and break down, and for the grit to move its way through the fibers in order to do the job. So we'll do a little section of this right here. I'm going to use the Tripoli. As I said, that's the faster cut, and I'm using a wheel like this on an angle grinder. The angle grinder has variable speed, and I'm keeping the speed pretty slow, right around 1500 to 2000. Alright, I've switched over to one of these soft and fluffy wheels. You can see it doesn't even hurt the lens of the camera there. Just wipe the dust off. And I've got that polished out looking pretty good, as we could with the stitched cotton that we used there. So next we'll carefully take the flannel wheel, and we'll kind of bend and flex, and we'll flow it in there, and that'll pull some of the shadows and smudges, and buffing wheel marks will come down to a minimum or completely disappear. Now we got that baby beaming. That's as smooth as butter right there, and it's as glossy as the material will get. We've gotten rid of any shadows, marks, ripples, buffing lines, or pretty much anything in there. We just got to clean up that little bit of black compound on there and go to buffing the whole rest of the wheel, same as we just showed you. By the time it's all said and done, we'll have it looking real good. Here's finished product, at least on this piece. It's a 3-piece wheel, so there's still a lip and a back piece to do yet. We've got it polished right in out of all the pockets, and right in the lug nut holes and everything. And we're ready to wrap that one up and get to the next one.